Morning, everybody. We're in Floyd, Iowa. This is the 218 Fuel Express truck stop right across from the Loves, Highway 218. We're ready to get going. Got a load to pick up down in southeast Iowa, in Burlington. Load of tires. We're gonna throw them right on here. We're gonna tie them down. We're gonna head back to Saskatchewan, Canada. And Old Blue's gonna get us there. I've already got my coffee. I'm ready to go. How's my fuel looking? Oh, we're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good. I think we can fuel after. We can fuel after we get loaded. Let's go focus on getting loaded. A fly got in here. No! Get out of here. Get out. Get out of here. Can't believe he just flew out like that. You ever seen that before? Usually you get a fly in your vehicle. It's impossible to get them out. They can fly into the vehicle, but they will never fly out. Except for that guy. That was lucky. Thought I was going to be battling with that thing all the way down to Iowa, or down to southeast Iowa. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to rock. Old Blue's ready to rock. Mac's ready to rock. Just gonna give a little tug test as a secondary check. I always do that every day, so even though I check it with my eyes, I always double check to make sure my fifth wheel is properly attached. Knock on wood, I've never lost a trailer. I don't intend to start today. Let's go. There you go. Clear your throat in the morning. Get ready. Taxiing for takeoff. Runway's clear. Before we hit the highway. Nice. That was smooth. Alright, good start to the day. Keep it up. US Highway 218. This will take ourselves down through Cedar Rapids, Cedar Falls. All the way down to our load. A little over 3 hours of driving. We should get there just before 1 o'clock. Our appointment's at 1 o'clock, so we're on schedule, on time. And then it's about 1,000 miles, 1,500 kilometers to Saskatchewan, where I gotta deliver them. So we won't get there today, obviously. We'll get there tomorrow and deliver the next day. And then go home. There you go. There's the load. I think it looks nice. So with these loads, you got to make sure you don't put the strap over the center of the rim on top, because the rim pokes out on top there. You can sort of see them poking up a little bit there. They're yellow, right? So you got to make sure that the straps go over the side, over the rubber. Sometimes the tires that I pick up here are different and the rims don't pop up like that, or they have protection on there. And then you go crisscross over them. So it depends on what the load is. This is the load from today. I left the axle split
for now. This is legal up until I get to the Canadian border, just for a smoother ride. I don't need them split like that. The rear axle slides forward. I've told you this many times already, that if I had ordered this trailer myself, like ordered it brand new, I would have gotten a front sliding axle. That makes a whole lot more sense. If you're gonna get a sliding axle, get a front sliding axle. Don't bother with it. I don't know why they made it like this, but that's just the way it is. So this one slides back. That allows me to haul more weight on my trailer. But in the US, I still have to be underneath 80,000 pounds gross. So if my trailer is a little heavy, but I'm under 80,000 pounds, I split these things apart, and that allows me to haul more back here. But I do have to take that away from my drives then, right? In Canada, depending on where you go, in Eastern Canada, you can have this split. You can haul more weight altogether than add it on to your gross, right? But in Western Canada, they don't allow these split axles. Can't take that on our highways out in the West. So I think it's because they rip them up. They rip up the highways. The highways are made a little bit cheap. We were talking about this yesterday. But once I get up to the Canadian border, I'll just slide this axle forward. It's all air powered, so I just pretty much change a little switch up at the front, and the pins in here suck in. I back up, it slides forward up against that axle there, underneath that wheel well, and then I switch the switch back over, and the air pushes it back out, or the springs push it back out into place, and then it locks it in there, so that one can slide. That's so I could probably do a whole video on that. Anyways, I just stopped in here to grab a little something to eat, some lunch, a coffee, and some snacks. If you're wondering how my dieting was going, or my fasting, intermittent fasting, it went really well. I'm not doing it as much anymore. I've slowed down quite a bit. I was going pretty hard there at the end of 2024. I lost quite a bit of weight. I went from 228 down to 188, 189, I think. And then I've been doing it almost every second day now instead while I'm on the road, just to maintain my weight. I have gone up again to about 210, which is 10 pounds over my ceiling. So I am trying to lose that extra 10 pounds to go down again. It's just, when I was a kid, I could eat anything and everything and wouldn't gain a pound. Now that I'm in my mid-30s, I have to be so careful, because you eat just a little bit too much, too many times in a row. Oh, you notice it right away. A couple of more pounds on there, and you keep doing that for a couple of weeks. Suddenly, before you know it, 10 pounds. Where'd you come from? Why? And then you gotta work it. It's not too hard to lose it if you have the strength, the mental strength to do it, because you do get very hungry. You do your intermittent fasting, it works. The main thing is, when you want to lose weight, eat less. You don't want to starve yourself too much, but still make sure your body's getting the nutrients that it needs. Talk to your doctor if you want to, like, more accurate, I don't want to give you health advice. Talk to your doctor, but make sure you're getting your nutrients. But the biggest thing is eat less, especially here in the US. It's so easy for me to gain weight when I'm down here in the US, because everywhere you go, everything is packed with sugar. You go into every truck stop, it's just donuts and sugar and pastries and chocolate bars and icing this and Cinnabons, and everything is just packed full of sugar. It's just, you walk in there and you almost get diabetes just from just standing in the truck stop, right? It's just sugar, 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 sugar. And I love sugar. I love it so much. I want to eat it all. And it's so tempting. So you got to have the physical, mental, or the mental strength to say no to all of that, because temptations are all around you in the US. They do have healthy options too, but they're usually like off to the side somewhere, but they really like put a focal point. Like you go to Quick Trip in Wisconsin, before you go to pay, you got to pass like 10,000 pounds worth of pastries and donuts that are just, oh, they make my mouth water just thinking about them, right? They want you to buy them. They don't put the fruits, well, actually they do. They put apples and bananas by the till sometimes, but it's not the same as a good Cinnabon, you know? Anyway, what I'm saying is also the portions when you're in the US here. When you go to a restaurant, any restaurant, doesn't matter what restaurant you go to, pick any of them in the US, the servings are twice as big, and they're cheaper than in Canada. So you're getting way more food for way less money. And I don't know why they think that everyone needs to eat so much, but you go to like a regular Denny's, you go to like a McDonald's even. Like McDonald's, for instance, their large is like, our large is their medium for drink. They have another one on top of that yet that's even bigger, packed full of sugar. Like, you go to like Texas Roadhouse, oh, so good. You go to, like I said, Denny's, you go to any of these American restaurants, they're gonna give you a lot of food. You wanna lose weight, don't eat your whole plate. Like, cut it in half, take the rest home, eat it later. Don't eat the whole thing, because you will gain weight just eating here. If you eat everything that's in front of you. They're trying to make money, that's the servings they give you, take it. But it's up to you to make the right decisions. Like, just because it's on your plate doesn't mean you should eat it, right? And that's the hard part for me. I love food. I love sweet food. I love sugar. So being in the US is just like, it's like paradise for me. You go to a restaurant, you order pancakes, and they bring out like the whole kitchen. You're like, wow, how am I gonna eat this all? They give you like 6 different syrups. Would you like blueberries, strawberries on top of that too? Would you like another pound of icing? Yes, please, I would. Gotta be so careful. Anyways, Canada's not much better. Let's be honest, Canada's not much better, but the portions here in the States are bigger. But that was my little rant, I guess. So yeah, I did lose weight. I came down to a weight where I was happy. I was getting bigger to the point where I was uncomfortable going up the stairs, going for a jog, or even just a brisk walk. It was very uncomfortable, even rolling over in bed. I could tell I had too much on me. There was too much that I was dragging around. And so I lost, what is that, 28, 30 pounds, almost 40 pounds, I guess? Is that right? 40? Like, that feels great. Feels great. It's just really hard to get there and stay there, because, like I said, but everything's been going good, though. I saw a couple of comments, a video, and I meant to, a while ago, in one of my comment sections, and I meant to address it, but I'll address it now. That, yeah, I came down, I'm happy, and now the hard part is just, staying at a healthy level, because, man, I love donuts. Now I'm thinking of Krispy Kreme. Oh, we have a Krispy Kreme in Winnipeg now. Oh, it's terrible. Oh, but it's so good, but it's terrible. Oh, but it's so good for the taste buds. They are, I don't know what it is. What do they put in their donuts at Krispy Kreme? Have you had Krispy Kreme before? Believe me, if you've had Krispy Kreme, you'd know. Donuts. So what I got for a snack for today is a cheddar snack mix. It's like a sort of like a trail mix from the truck stop here. I mean, it's not all the best stuff, but it'll keep my mind busy. Let's go! With the rest of the day today to drive, and then all day tomorrow, so we'll have plenty of time. I have 7 hours and 20 minutes available left to me to drive today, and just under 1,700 kilometers, or just over 1,000 miles. $177 US gallons, or 670 liters. Not bad at all. On these last fuel tanks. It was 1,994 kilometers, or about 2,000 kilometers since I filled up last. That would be, what, 1,200 miles? Give or take, somewhere around there. And I averaged 7.01 miles per gallon, which, with an old W9 like Old Blue, that is fantastic. You know, I have been, like, hovering right around 7 miles per gallon for the past month now. And I might have to contribute some of that, some of the credit to this. Not an ad, I'm just saying, I've been using Howe's Defender in every second tank that I've been filling up for the past month. I don't know if it's just this. I don't know, I can't tell you, but this is the only thing I've been doing differently. I have been hauling, no, my last load was heavy. I was fully loaded. I was gonna say that I was hauling light loads, but not really. This is the only thing I've been doing different, and my fuel average has gone up from like 6 to 6.5 to even 7 miles per gallon. Diesel Defender from Howe's. It's not an anti-gel. It's an injector cleaner, maximum lubricator. They guarantee maximum 5% increase in fuel economy, but from about 6, let's say even it out at about 6.2 average, up to a 7 average, guess they're living up to their name. It's actually working. I'm not even doing an ad for them. I'm just, they had no idea I was going to say that right then. If you guys are listening, your products work. Thank you. I remembered to clean my windshield this time. I didn't do the greatest job apparently, but I tried. I have another 4 hours and 55 minutes, just under 5 hours of driving available to me today. Let's use all of it and see where we get to. I'm still about 13 hours of driving just from the Canadian border, crossing from Portal, North Dakota into North Portal, Saskatchewan. We'll be crossing there tomorrow. My load has already cleared, paperwork's already at the border, and it should be smooth crossing once I get there. But I want to get far enough today that I can get all the way to the receiver tomorrow night yet and sleep right there so that I can be unloaded first thing in the morning. We're coming up on our exit.
1 kilometer, take CR8 Silver Creek and then turn left in 460 meters.
At our regular stop in Hasty, Minnesota, just by Clearwater, I have 12 minutes left on my clock. I hope there's parking.
In 300 meters, take CR8 Silver Creek and then turn left in 460 meters.
I've never not found parking here, so that's comforting. It's one of the reasons I stop here, because there's usually parking.
In 400 meters, turn left on Elder Avenue, CR8 and then turn right in 250 meters.
Plus, I do have my spot here reserved for me, but let's be honest, it's pretty late, and I wouldn't be surprised if someone grabbed it already. It's not officially reserved, I've just personally reserved it. With me and myself. It's not actually. Oh, looks like somebody's parked there already from what I can see. Shoot. Oh yeah, there's somebody there.
In 100 meters, turn right on 148th Street and then approaching destination on the left side. In 100
Maybe not.
meters.
Maybe I can still park in front of them. That red truck right there on the... Oh, actually, I think my spot is available. Oh! Nice. Yeah. Oh, well, actually, no, there's not really enough room here. This guy in the red truck parked just perfectly that we can't fit another truck in front of him here. Well, that's nice. Usually I'd park right here. Right up front, but that's okay. Many other spots I can take. I'm just joking, it's not actually my spot, but it is where I like to park. Let's see what we can find in here. I have 10 minutes to find a parking spot. Look at these loads here on the left, that's pretty cool.
Well, the place was full. But I think I found an even better spot. It was almost full, I should say. So there's the building right behind this truck there. There's the fuel pumps over there. We had gone in there and around. And then there's this area here. That was all wide open. Now, bear with me for a second here. It might look like I'm parked like a dingleberry, because this guy's parked in here, right? And I'm parked there. You're like, Josh, why would you park like a wingbat like that? Well, let me show you the other side. Hold on, hold your horses. First of all, this barrier's right here. So if I parked up against here beside him, I'd be sticking my nose out into the lane of traffic there and opening myself up to get hit. So this here is actually a side barrier. But the barrier's going all the way around here, and they're too far forward. You can't back up against this, because if I back up against this, my nose would almost be up against that white truck up there. Again, opening myself up to getting hit. Don't want that. So I parked along the side there like this, so that another, at least maybe two more trucks plus a bobtail could park in here yet, if they wanted to. It's sort of a free-for-all when you come here. It's sort of like you make do with whatever you got. At least I have a parking spot, right? And I have no neighbors. So I think I'm okay doing this. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know down below. There are those trucks with those unique loads that I was showing you on the way in, to give you sort of a perspective of where I parked. And Old Blue should be safe here. I mean, if we walk out here, look both ways, this is the lane of traffic here, right? Safe and sound, I think. You could park another 2 trucks in here yet. So I don't know, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling safe. I always sleep better when I feel safe. Safe from danger. Marked safe from getting his hood ripped off, or getting backed into, or getting driven over, or anything. Priority number 1, keep Old Blue safe. Because when I'm on the road, I'm awake, I'm alert, I'm behind the wheel, obviously. Can't trust everybody. I trust myself, but you can't trust everybody else on the road. But I'm awake and alert, right? I'm at the wheel. I can at least take defensive maneuvers and, you know, be aggressively defensive to get out of the way and avoid all of these crazy people on the road, right? I can take action to avoid danger. But when I'm back there passed out sleeping, I don't have any control of what's going on around my truck, and I can't do anything to stop it because I'm off there in dreamland. So I have to make sure that Old Blue is safe. Get what I mean? Because, yeah, sure. Don't you have insurance? Of course we have insurance. But all of the downtime, it's not worth it. I mean, the insurance doesn't cover enough. It doesn't cover everything. Even with my last accident, I didn't get nearly the compensation that I wanted, that I needed for that amount of time off. 2.5 weeks off, remember, just to get that little bit of damage at the front fixed. Sure, we settled on an amount, and I'm happy to have gotten that. Just don't get me wrong, I'm happy that I got what I got, but I was expecting and hoping for double that, but the insurance didn't agree with me, or the people that were in charge of delegating that money to me, let's say. There was a disagreement on that, and I wanted more, and I had to really push, and even just for what I got. But whatever, that's in the past. It's in the past. We settled. That's done. I agreed to it. It's done. What's done is done. But I know now that, you know, when you go into the shop, I know firsthand that they're not going to cover everything.
So if I get my hood ripped off in the middle of the night, and this truck has to go into the shop for insurance will cover the most of it, but it's my downtime. So most likely what I would do is I'd probably jump into a rental truck to keep myself moving. But you're not making any money with a rental truck. You're sort of just treading water, which I guess is better than drowning. But it's almost like treading water, but you're slowly drowning, you know? You can keep your head above water for the duration of the repair, but the repair better not take too long, because you can't keep, you know, you keep going down like this, and you need the truck back until you're gone. So, you get what I mean, right? That's why I'm so picky with where I park. And so fussy. Because, yeah, I'm a little bit paranoid. I wish you could just trust people more. The majority of these guys out here, and ladies, you don't see many women truckers, but they're out there. The majority of these truckers, they know what they're doing. But there's too many that don't. There's too many that got their license handed to them by their cousin who, you know, forged all the documents and got them a fake license and fake endorsements, and they just threw them behind the wheel. You know, they might not even speak the language on the road signs. They have no idea what they're doing. All of their training is fraudulent. They've never been behind the wheel of a vehicle on snow before, and now they're guiding, you know, 80,000 pounds of hurtling steel down the highway. Those things do exist. I mean, by things, I mean those instances, and those people exist. I've met them. I've seen them. We all have. We all have YouTube. We're on YouTube right now. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. So, that's my spiel for the end of the day. So we're here in Hasty, Minnesota. I'm gonna call it a night here. Tomorrow, what's Karen telling me? Karen's behind you. 1 second. 879 kilometers to the Canadian border at North Portal, Saskatchewan. 879 kilometers in miles. 546 miles. That's a full day. That'll be almost a full day to get there, because we gotta go down a lot of 2-lane roads. Pretty much. Oh, excuse me. We're gonna take I-94 here all the way to the US 52 at Jamestown, North Dakota, and then take 52. It's a 2-lane road snaking through North Dakota up towards Saskatchewan. So we will make it. It'll be close, and as long as nothing goes wrong, that'll be what we'll do. And I think I'm gonna fuel up in Canada again, because our fuel rates that we're getting at Petropass in Canada are actually cheaper, believe it or not, still. Quite a bit cheaper than fuel in the United States. Which is the first time in my career I've been doing this driving thing for almost 14 years on the road here. Has it been more than that? Yeah, 14 years this October. But I've been driving truck for almost 20. Can you believe that? Since 2006, so 19 years. I think it's this October as well. 19 years that I've been driving truck. I feel like I'm not old enough to be able to say that, but here I am. I started driving truck when I was 18. In Canada, where I'm from, I can get my CDL, my Class 1 license, at 18, and I started driving semis right away. So what I've always wanted to do. So, wow, 19 years. But in my 19 years of driving, I have never once even heard of it that fuel would be cheaper in Canada than in the United States. So this has to do with fleet discounts that we have. It's not necessarily the posted price, because the posted price is probably still cheaper in the US. But for reasons we have, we have fleet discounts, because that's how it works on our fuel cards. And those discounts are giving us a better price in Canada. So that's Canada. You're gonna earn my business tomorrow. I'm gonna grab my fuel up there. That doesn't happen too often, so be proud of yourself. I'm proud. Yeah. Can you imagine? Plus, I think I get more back on my GST return if I buy fuel in Canada. So I get the GST back. I don't do my tax. I have an accountant that does my taxes for me. My accountant's name is Mom. she actually owns her own accounting business. That's what she does. That's her career. She's an accountant, and she owns the business, and she's been doing it for 40 years, over 40 years. So I've always been lucky that I have an accountant on hand at all times, and I'm very thankful for that. Because taxes confuse me. There's so many taxes in Canada, and she knows them all. She's really good at it. She knows all of the things. Get the best rates and the best discounts and stuff, and the best returns. So I'll have to talk to her about that, because if the prices are already cheaper through our fleet cards getting fuel in Canada, plus if I get the GST back on top of that, that makes it even cheaper. Because I claim my taxes every 3 months, right, for my business. I do it quarterly. I've been babbling for long enough here. It's been 8 minutes. I'm so sorry I've been holding you up this long. If you're still here, you're awesome. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Like and share all the things you do for the YouTubers you like. It really does help us out a lot. Also, I want to mention this tomorrow, earlier on in the vlogs, that more people hear it, but go over and show some support and some love to Trucking with Schmidt, to Kurt and his family. If you don't know them, you can just look them up on YouTube here, Trucking with Schmidt. He makes excellent videos. I love watching his videos. His dog, Opie, passed away. And you can see Diesel's right back here on my pillow here. So I know it's still pretty fresh. That was just a few months ago. It's still pretty fresh for me, losing Diesel. So I can completely sympathize and feel their pain as they had to say goodbye to their German Shepherd, Opie. And Kurt, I don't know if you're watching this or not, but my heart goes out to you guys and your family. I'm so sorry for your loss, and I know how it feels, man. I know how it feels, but let's take comfort in the fact that Opie has run over the Rainbow Bridge, and I hope that he's found Diesel. And I hope they're running together through the fields and sharing their trucking stories together. But just wanted to say that, and we'll talk about it a little bit more tomorrow again, I think, earlier on in my vlog, because I didn't want to just bring this up right at the end. I wanted to mention it earlier today. I forgot to mention it earlier. So anyways, go over to his channel, show him some love, or over on his Facebook, Trucking with Schmidt. Fantastic guy. He's a fantastic family and makes awesome videos. Similar to what I do here, if you haven't heard of him, similar to what trucking videos. I think his are a little better, honestly. I really like his style and the way he does it. And yeah, they're probably hurting right now, missing their pup. So go over there and say hi and show him some love. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Take care and good night.